Hey everyone, welcome to the channel Antlers Outdoors. So today's video, we're going to be kind of looking at this awesome stove here, probably why you're here. The Coleman Powerhouse 414 dual fuel stove by Coleman. So let's kind of get to the meat and potatoes of this video. So, it's like the box said, this is the Coleman 414 dual fuel. So what does that mean? Dual fuel means it will run on white gas, or it'll run on unleaded gasoline. That's one of the things I love about this stove. So how is that a bonus over propane? One, more fuel efficiency. So I say 1 gallon of white gas fuel will last 4.5 of the 1 pound green propane tanks, which I don't know if you've bought any lately, but the propane tanks get a little expensive. The Coleman brand fuel can be a little more expensive, about 12 to 13 bucks a gallon, depending on where you buy it. But they have a Crown white gas fuel that's like 7 or 8 bucks a gallon that I've heard works just as well. I haven't tried it yet. And also, if you get in a pinch, you can use unleaded gasoline. One thing I love about the dual fuels too is it will work at altitude, will work in the cold. They're super simple to use. They are a little bulkier than your propane. So this stove here is the bigger version. It is 22 inches long, about 6 inches tall, and about 13 inches deep. So the reason why I got the dual fuel, I wanted the bigger stove because a lot of times when I'm camping, I'm with my kids or my family or friends. There's usually a few of us out and about, and a lot of times like during crab season, we'll go over to the coast. So I'll have a pot boiling, and we'll usually go fishing too. So if we caught any fish, we'll be cooking fish or melting butter down or something on the other burner. So let's take a closer look at it and check it out. So to get your tank out, this grate just simply lifts up. You have a little notch cut out right there. That's to bring the tip around. So you just kind of slide the tip over, lift it up, and then just kind of snake it on out of there. So you'll notice you have a porthole there, and you have a couple rectangular holes there. That's for the tabs for the tank to hang on. So you simply just slide, this is called the generator, through. Place the tabs on those open slots there for it, and voila, you're all set up and ready to go. So we'll put the grate back down, and you'll notice you got some instructions there on the inside of the lid. Operating instructions, it tells you the stove model, how many BTUs, generator replacement number. So a few things I love about this thing is I grew up with these stoves, so I mean, it's kind of just bringing back some good memories for me when I was a child. But also, every part on this stove is replaceable. If something goes wrong, you can replace it. You also get a instruction manual paper, and it has all the part numbers and lists in it for replacement. So you bring out your wind panels. I always put them up just because it'll kind of stabilize it, keep the lid from falling down on your food. So the stove is super simple to use. To light it, you got a little knob right here. You got more instructions here, so you turn that up. And this is your priming right here, your primer. So you twist it to the left to loosen it. There's a little hole in the end you want to cover with your thumb, and you just give it, I usually just give it a few pumps, and then you twist it to the right to lock it back in. So then you would turn this knob, and then you will hear the gas start running, and you give it probably 3 or 4 seconds, and then you light it, and voila, it lights up. So to use the second burner, you have a turnkey right here. So you simply twist it to the left and you will hear the gas start coming in the other burner, and you light that. So if you got both burners going, they're both controlled by one knob. So if you're cooking something like you need something to boil rapidly, like you're boiling crabs or crawfish or something like that, what I would suggest would be put your pot on this side, get it boiling. And if you need to cook something on a lower heat, just wait till your stuff's boiling, then you can turn it down if you still wanted to keep it warm, and cook on the other side, you know, a few minutes later after your stuff's already boiling. But other than that, fantastic stove. I've used it last few months every time I go out camping, and I don't have any complaints about it. It's great. It should last my lifetime, and then I will pass it on to my children. As Coleman, the stoves hasn't really changed much over the years. I mean, you could pretty much look at a stove from the 1970s and it'll pretty much be the same exact stove. So if it ain't broke, why fix it? Also, these stoves are made right here in the USA, in Wichita, Kansas. And they actually have stamped on the bottom the month and year it's made. So this one was made in August of 2018. Even though I just got it a few months ago. So I believe these stoves run about $100. I know it may seem kind of like a lot, but totally worth it. So I switched to dual fuel stove and lantern. I got the Powerhouse lantern also. Absolutely love that thing too. So anyways, guys. Alright guys, so a few other features about this stove. It is a 17,000 BTU stove. They say it will accommodate a 12-inch and a 10-inch pan, which it will. It is a little tight, they do touch, but I usually just bring a 10-inch pan, like a 10-inch pot. Usually a lot of times if I'm fishing at the coast, we'll be boiling up crabs and frying fish. But if you want to do a 12-inch pan and a 10-inch pan, totally can. But if you're on the fence kind of about buying the stove or not, I would totally buy this stove. You will not regret it. It is an awesome stove. I think it will last years and years. Taken care of. I usually, every time I go camping, I always wipe it down, wipe all the grease off, make sure it's clean before I put it away. And this thing should last you a lifetime, if not your kid's lifetime also. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you enjoyed the brief look at the Powerhouse 414 by Coleman. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them below. Also, check out my other videos. And thanks for watching Antlers Outdoors, and camp on, guys. Also, guys, I forgot to mention, the stove does come with a pamphlet. It has your instruction manual in it, and also has your parts list in it. And also, it does come with the filling funnel. You got a little red funnel with a filter in it in a bag that comes in the box also with it, so it makes it way easier for fueling.